Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ender Academy. Today is a very, very special day because today we are going to the moon. But first, in this episode, we are not going to the moon. Come here, Vigil. We have a bunch of stuff that I would like to prepare in order to not die on the moon, because the moon can be a very dangerous place. As we all know, there are zombies on the moon. I mean, that's just common elementary school facts. So we would like to protect ourselves in every way possible. And the first way I'm going to do that is by crafting this spell real quick. But after we do this, we are actually going to jump back into some witchery, because I totally lied. We were not done with witchery when we summoned Vigil. There is a whole bunch of other cool stuff that I'm going to do today. Specifically, gaining superpowers, because that is apparently something that you can do in witchery. It's crazy. It'll give me a whole new method of teleportation. But first, this is a spell that I just made called Aurum, which is actually a mana shield spell. So when I cast this, it gives me mana shield. What do you know? What that basically means is that my mana bar will take damage before I take damage. So essentially, when I have this spell active, I am invincible. And I wonder if I can have it active at the same time as Tutamen. Yes, I can. Tutamen and Mana Shield, Aurum, active at the same time. So now I am basically an invincible mana god. But let's not let the power get to my head just yet. Let's gain superpowers. What we are going to do is something called an Infusion of Otherwhere on myself, Otherwhere being the folksy witchery name for the end. And this will let me get even closer to my Enderman heritage and regain even more teleportation powers. And how we're going to do it is by infusing myself with a Spirit of Otherwhere, which is quite expensive to brew because it requires all these drops of luck and things. And also, the problem is infusing myself with this thing will kill me. Most definitely. And if I die during the infusion, then the infusion obviously doesn't work, because there will be no one left to infuse, because I will have been zouched, technical term, by the witchery powers. So we will also need to make ourselves immune to death. Now, I could try using that Aurum spell that I did. Whoop, sorry, Esmeralda, not writing you currently, just trying to do some chalk outlines here. I could try using the Aurum spell that I just made to make myself invincible, but I really don't want to take the risk of that not working and wasting my Spirit of Otherwhere. So instead, I'm just going to do things the witchery way, because I know that'll work, and I will make myself a death protection poppet. I haven't talked about poppets at all, but what poppets are is basically little voodoo dolls that can bind to you using these special taglock kits, and they can give you special powers and resistances. Can I take my taglock kit off of myself? I don't think so. A taglock kit is basically like a blood sample for witchery. Boop. There we go. Taglock kit of Lemmy. So we will be able to use that to make a death protection poppet for myself to make me not die as I infuse myself with the Spirit of Otherwhere, which will allow me to teleport. And the reason specifically that I'm doing this is because I believe that with the added power of witchery teleportation, in combination with my Dissidia spell, which can haul me across dimensions if need be, I think I will be able to set a waypoint with my witchery powers on the moon, which should be rising pretty soon, that there moon. I'll be able to set a waypoint on it and teleport to Earth with Dissidia, and then back to the moon with witchery. Maybe. It's so crazy that it just might work. So, let's get started without further ado. We need to brew a whole bunch of stuff. We need to make a poppet. But before we start brewing things, I think it's probably appropriate that we look the part of a witch. Because, you know, witches and thaumaturges have very different aesthetic styles, so I might as well, you know, look the appropriate part, and we will probably need some golden threads as well. And all of this will hopefully let us brew more things in our kettle over here. Hello, kettle. This is where we will make some of our potions, as it were. Spinning wheel, do you give me golden threads. I'm so smart. It was a whiff of magic, not golden thread. So this impregnated leather that I just made, which is quite expensive stuff, will allow me to make witch's robes and a witch's hat, which will give me a cumulative 70% bonus on brews that I make in the kettle, I think. Do I have a creeper heart? Yes. Thank you, I have a creeper heart. And also, this robe will make creepers ignore me. Except I'm probably not going to wear this stuff that often because, gosh, its durability is just utterly crap. And I really like my normal mage robes and my, thaumium fortress armor because I'm a samurai. Golden threads. Lovely jubbly. Let us make some classy, or folksy, I should say, some folksy witches' robes and a folksy witches. I can craft hat. There we go. Let's see how I look with this stuff. Thing, hat. Yo dog, I heard you like hats, so I put a hat on your hat, so you can be folksy while you are classy. Well then, let's make ourselves some drops of luck, because we, as a wizard, can make our own luck. Doop, doop, doop. Is this all gonna work? Vigil, I can let you out of here now. Oof. It's so great having you back, Vigil. It really is. And it's hilarious that you can talk now. Did I ruin that? I could have sworn that this was the recipe for Le Drop of Luck. Did I put everything in right? I most certainly did. It appears that everything is just going rather to crap, isn't it? Yes, quite indeed, quite indeed. Witch's Cauldron. I am so smart. SMRT. That was a very expensive mistake, but luckily we have the stuff to recoup the mistake. Oh geez, did I mention that I'm not a very good witch? Because I'm still new at it? This is like me learning Thaumcraft alchemy all over again, just throwing in the wrong stuff, except now it's just with an entirely different kind of magic. There you go, drop of luck. We will need you for both the Death Protection Poppet and the Redstone Soup, which we then turn into Spirit of Otherwhere. Gosh, so many things, all the things. This is actually quite fun, and I like looking the part. They aren't shiny though, I'll probably need to osmotic enchant them, but I don't really see the point of this just yet. And in fact, I guess there was no point in me making these robes at all, because I'm using the cauldron, not the kettle. And these specifically don't give you an extra chance of second brews for Redstone Soup. That's all that I'm using them for. Is this made with the kettle? Yes, so maybe we'll get some extra Spirits of Otherwhere, because that is clearly so useful to us. Ah, geez. The Drop of Luck is apparently freakishly expensive. It drained my altar so much that I can't even make another one yet. Oh, there it goes. The magic is swirling, and we've got another one. How much did that drain my altar by? All of it. It takes like 7,000 power. Why do I keep getting slowness? That keeps happening up here when I'm doing magic. It might just be a symptom of using the cauldron? I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, now that we have a couple drops of luck, we can be getting on with... Should we make the Spirit of Otherwhere? No. We should be making the poppet. So to make a poppet, it's just some Spanish moss, this, that, and the other. All good. All stuff we have. Little poppet, you are going to save my metaphorical ender bacon in just a moment, once we turn you into a Death Protection Poppet, right? Right? Where are you, Death Protection Poppet? 4 little gold nuggets, 1 little diamond vapor, and 1 super special awesome drop of luck, combined with this empty voodoo poppet, makes us a Death Protection Poppet, which we can then bind to myself. Bam! So now this poppet gives me a one-time get-out-of-jail-free card in terms of the Grim Reaper claiming my soul, which is, in my humble opinion, fantastic. Let's make another drop of luck because I'm sure we will need it coming up here. So now we can make the Spirit of Otherwhere. Oh man, this is gonna be so cool. And I think I've got all the crazy stuff that I need right here to make the Spirit of Otherwhere as well. Captain Incredible! I'm having these crazy, weird potion effects again, and I'm seeing illusory mobs. Is it because I'm brewing all these weird things? Waffle groomed? I don't know anymore. You are not real. I'm not insane. The world is insane! It's not my fault. Vigil, you are the only beacon of hope in this bleak and imaginary zombie-infested world. Oh gosh darn it. Get out of my face! I am about to make Redstone Soup with redstone, tongue of dog, drop of luck, belladonna, mandrake, wool of bat. Work. Did that work? I think it's boiling. I think it worked. Boop. Hey, we got ourselves some redstone soup, ladies and gentlemen. And then we just need some Eyes of Ender, Potion of Swiftness, that other drop of luck that we made, more wool of bat. I probably have the Potion of Swiftness just hanging around somewhere in all these potion shelves that I have down here. Whoop, into the pit, into the pit. We do not want to be in the pit. Potion of Swiftness, where might you have gone? Get out of my face. That's a potion. Here's the right kind of Potion of Swiftness. Tweety Pie? I don't understand. Seriously, if you know why this is happening, then please post in the comments. Or, because I'm recording this before uploading my previous episode where I summoned Vigil and all that, if you commented in that episode explaining it, thank you so much. Because I can't even punch these illusory zombies in the face as a form of therapy. It's very frustrating. Eyes of Ender. We have everything that we need to make those up here. Boop, 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 boop. Make some glorious Eyes of Ender. And then we have everything we need. God, creeper, you scared me. But I think these robes even make normal creepers ignore me, so you don't matter. None of you matter. This is not the kind of insanity that I'm a fan of, really, but I guess it'll just have to do. I don't seem to have much choice in the matter now, do I? Wool of bat. We are ready to make this. Note that I'm just compulsively checking the recipe to make sure that I don't screw it up. Okay, does that have water? I need to double check. I just need to make sure that everything is not going horribly wrong. It seems like it does have water, though. So without further ado, let us form a Spirit of Otherwhere. Redstone Soup, Eye of Ender, Potion of Swiftness, Drop of Luck, another Eye of Ender, Wool of Bat. Have we a Spirit of the Otherwhere place? Yes, we only got 2, so our witchery robes don't matter at all in that respect, or at least they didn't this time. I don't know. Probabilities and all. And we have our Death Protection Poppet, and if we just double check in our witchery book, 4,000 power, Spirit of Otherwhere, we've got all of the chalk, Otherwhere chalk circles set up properly, and maybe Esmeralda, you should not be in my ritual circle. We don't know what kind of magical interferences could possibly happen there. I don't know. It's just best to not take chances. I might be, wow, glitchy. I might be a crazy Enderman, but I am also a cautious Enderman. Sometimes. I think, maybe. Autumn. Maybe this will save me from needing the Death Protection Poppet at all. I don't know. But, oh, and also, Vigil, maybe I'll contain you as well. Okay, Spirit of Otherwhere, boop. And I have a mana shield up. I might as well throw Tutamen up as well. And I have a Death Protection Poppet. There is no possible way that this could go badly for me at all. Yeah, it worked, and it did consume my Death Protection Poppet instantaneously, so clearly I needed it. But look at that, off in the left-hand side of my view, I now have my infusion power meter, which also means that I should probably find some rite of recharging my infusion power, but I can do that later. But for now, and I have a spare Spirit of Otherwhere, that's great. So yeah, I am now infused with even more ender magic. That is fantastic. And now I'll have another means of teleportation. Must learn all the teleportation. Okay, Vigil, let's see what we can do with this newfound power. I believe if we just take a witch's hand Oh, this is so gross.
Nee, Connor chap, it seems to me that you're becoming an evil mage. I'm glad to see you turn to the dark side. Nee, I'm an evil horse.
No, horse. We are not an evil mage. Like I said, dark magic does not imply evil magic. Now let's see if this teleportation works. Boom! Yes, it does! Vigil! We have another way of teleporting. And now, for the thing that I was saying about being able to teleport to the moon, if you hold shift and hold right click. Yes. Recall point set. And I believe that this recall point, it works basically exactly like the Iter spell that I created, except, unlike Iter, I believe that this will allow me to teleport across dimensions. Man, I haven't done anything with the interiors here too. I haven't really been building much at all, which I feel ashamed about, because now Vigil's here, and Vigil's watching me not build and just get obsessed with magic. But you know what? After we go to the moon, I'm gonna spend some time really sprucing up the academy, really sprucing up the oasis. That'll be fantastic. Hello, Pigman. Don't mind me, I'm just going to... Here we are, back in the nether, but the only reason we're here is to test this. Did we do it? Yes! It works across dimensions. That is fantastic. So that means if I set my witch's hands waypoint on the moon, I'll be able to use Decidia to get back home, and then I will be able to use my infusion power, the Spirit of Otherwhere, in order to get back to the moon. So inevitably, if someone forgot something on the overworld, I'll just be able to pop back, grab it, and pop back up to the moon. It feels really good to be a crazy wizard sometimes. Now we can get this Rite of Infusion charging going, which I believe is very simple. It's just a potion of regeneration and some different chalk circles. So that shouldn't take any time whatsoever. Activate Benny Hill mode! Bleh. Charging! And does it work? Yes. It recharges our infusion power, so now we have yet another way of teleporting all around the cosmos. And because this is not limited by recall range, I could teleport back to Earth or up to a planet with my Decidia and Witch's Hand combo from any distance. So like when people start going to Mars and I inevitably hitch a ride off of them, I'll be able to teleport to and from Mars if I want to. This is going to be amazing. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to do here. You know, I've had some really long episodes, so I think a normal length episode is just fine. Just exactly what the Cthulhu Doctor ordered. But next time, we are going to be going to the moon. And for me, that's going to be happening in like an hour. I just came up with the idea to do all this pre-prep work just now as I was doing all my other prep work. I've got this bag full of amazingly cool stuff. I even made a banner for myself that I think represents my arcane power quite nicely. I really like the look of this Stonecraft banner. So I am going to be planting that on the moon, I believe, and it is going to be fantastic. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and maybe Vigil and I, and Horse, will see you on the moon. Goodbye.
Isn't Peter going to hunt you down for bringing animals to a zero-oxygen environment, Connor chap?
Shut up, Horse.